Yeah.
And you do a lot of blogging. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you do a lot of different topics, but I'm interested in the
Mm-hmm.
travel aspect of your blog.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's take it back to what got you into, blogging.
Blogging.
Yeah.
Well, I've always had a passion for writing. Actually, when I started out, initially, I wasn't. I would just write stories. Yeah, creative writing, and then as time went by, I decided to go specifically into travel, fashion, food, and
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Dope, dope. I
yeah.
mean, I love the look of your website. It's
Thank you
it's
so
really
much.
dope. And it's
Thank you
the
so
compliment
much.
that I've been wanting to give you for all this time.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, a lot of websites,
Mm-hmm.
especially websites in people who are based in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying this in a bad way, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't put a lot of effort,
Mm-hmm.
in the general look of their website.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Mm-hmm.
not boring. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
text is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Your writing style, oh my God,
Mhm. Thank
it's
you.
dope. But I'm gonna
Thank
get
you.
right into it
Uh-huh.
later
Uh-huh.
about your writing style. But I
Uh-huh.
just love the
Uh-huh.
outlook. You guys should check it out.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna leave the link in the description for her website. You're gonna check it out. She has amazing dope blogs that we're gonna talk about. So you do like fashion blogs.
Yeah.
You write about travel blogs.
Yeah.
You write about a lot of things. I mean,
Uh-huh.
your
Uh-huh.
lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
So one article that caught my eye that
Uh-huh.
I want us to talk about for a very long time. Yeah, it was the article of Mutura.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. First, I love your writing style, how
Uh-huh.
you write.
Uh-huh.
It's different from like a lot of people who write blogs, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people take the formal, old way of writing
Uh-huh.
that's boring. Like
Uh-huh.
it seems like you're reading a textbook from class.
Uh-huh.
But your blogs are very different.
Uh-huh.
When I look at it, it feels like I'm reading a text message from my best friend.
Uh-huh.
You have all these emojis going on. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you have all this
Uh-huh.
language. I mean,
Uh-huh.
all these jokes going around.
Uh-huh.
What got you into writing this style? Was it inspired by other bloggers? Was it just in you? You decided, yo, I'm not gonna take this the old way. I'm gonna take this the new way, the
Mhm.
me way.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, as you've said, I'm taking it the me way because I believe, as an artist, you should be allowed to express yourself freely. Yeah, no one should give you rules about how to do your art. So that's why that's why I adopted that kind of style of writing. Yeah, just say whatever you want to say.
yeah,
If you could be you could even begin your paragraphs from the bottom. Yeah, as long as the message is home.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
You guys are like, I'm just saying this, but you should see her style. It's very cool. I mean,
Mhm.
okay, so you're writing with I see a lot of emojis going on.
Yeah.
So what
Mhm.
devices do you use to write? Because I also
Mhm.
like do blogging, but not
Mhm.
as much. But
Mhm.
my partner in the travel land that we're building
Yeah.
writes blogs, but I don't see emojis going on.
Mhm.
And do you use your phone?
Well, sometimes I use my computer, but most of the time I use my phone. I could be out in a meeting or in a matatu, and then an idea strikes. So I
Yeah.
just go
Wow.
on to the blog and get
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the kind of sorry, the kind of my what do I call it? Um, my back end allows me to use my phone,
Oh.
yeah, seamlessly. So
Wow.
it's easy.
Wow.
Yeah, so
And
I'm able
and
to use emojis and all those things I want to add.
oh yeah. I love that, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I've read a lot of blogs,
Mhm.
travel blogs,
Mhm.
just business blogs and all sorts of blogs.
Mhm.
But I think you're the first person to have a lot of emojis and in point. They're not just a lot; they're also on points. Like the paragraph and the emoji in the end.
Mhm.
It carries the expression the
Mhm.
paragraph is
Yeah.
meant to
Mhm.
bring.
Mhm.
I mean, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
when you use your computer to like
Uh-huh.
do the writing, do you
Mhm.
also how do you put images?
No, hardly, but I'm able to edit articles on my phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, so
so
you so
I
so
can log
there
in
you
on my
can
phone and edit what I did on the computer.
oh, so
Yeah,
then you
and then
can
I can add the emojis.
emojis.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
How did you come about, getting this technique of putting emojis in your blogs?
Um, well, it just happened. It just
Yeah,
happened. It happened once, and then I said, "Oh, this is something I could work with."
yeah.
Yeah.
And how do people find that?
Um, they find it interesting, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
just the same way you do.
Yeah.
Because most people like to use a very formal, way
Yeah.
of writing. Yeah. So I just like to, spice things up a little
Yeah,
here
yeah,
and there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And your articles, they're very different in a very broad way.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the images, talk
Mm-hmm.
about the way you write.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like, okay, a lot of bloggers follow this
Mm-hmm.
old formal way of
Of
writing.
writing, yeah.
There's
Uh-huh.
the introduction,
Yeah.
the main
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
contents,
Mm-hmm.
the end.
Mm-hmm.
But you just basically, you just like,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like you're talking to me when I read it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You just follow your heart. It's just a story basically
Yeah.
told,
Yeah.
and but it's just
Mm-hmm.
written.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come to this?
Mm-hmm.
How did you come to this way of writing? I'm just trying to understand. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe for a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
who get into blogging, right?
Mm-hmm.
They read on Google how to like blogs.
Yeah.
They see other bloggers as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come about
Mm-hmm.
including all these ways of writing that's very unique to you? It's
Mm-hmm.
very personal.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I read your blogs, and I've read a lot of them,
Yeah.
and got
Thank
to,
you.
and yeah, you're welcome. I mean, I gotta be ready, right?
Yeah.
And getting to meet you. I mean, we've had a conversation for over like two, like 1.5 hours before
Yeah.
before we started.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the person in the blogs is the same person that I'm meeting. So like, they have personality. Like, your articles have personality. If a person reads, they get to know you straight up. Like, the first two articles they read, they know who Lynn is. Like, she's this type of girl. How did you come about, representing yourself in your work?
Well, when I started out, most of the time I would go with the formal way, and then with time I just realized that I don't want to be restricted by rules. I just want to express myself. I want to tell my stories as they come.
Yeah.
I want to express everything I'm feeling, like as raw as it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All
So
right.
that's what got me there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And the pictures you put,
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of, like, all of your blog. Is it all of them? I think all of the articles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On the bottom, you have a lot of pictures. I mean, you read the article, you enjoy the juice. I mean, you enjoy the thing that you talked about. In the end, you get, as well as get to see pictures. I mean, I love that.
People like to enjoy some visual, say, videos or pictures. It adds to the spice of the article. Yeah. So sometimes it's relevant to the article, sometimes I just want to entertain people.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least look at this. You read all of that, so enjoy this. Yeah.
And how does that affect your growth? I mean, your general approach to writing blogs, how you write them, the images, the pictures, how does that affect your blog? Like, your general growth of the blog?
Well, it's great because most people think it's unique. In the current times, people are getting tired of the old way of doing things. Yeah, so people want to they want someone would ask themselves, why should I read your blog and not that? You see, so if they find something that keeps them coming back, then of course they'll come back. Yeah,
because they just get it there.
yeah. That's the only place they get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna start using emojis. I'm gonna borrow that trick.
You better.
Wow. Nice.